Hey, welcome back. So, since the last stream, so basically, yesterday I streamed, but I did not click on go live. So, for about 2 hours, I just talked to myself, basically. Yeah. So, from the day before that, from that stream, I've made some changes. So, we have this complete stat system. Then I worked on the turn manager and the damage logic. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let me go from the start. Okay, when we enter the new session, like after selecting a ship and everything, this is the main main gameplay scene, where we will have some kind of map similar to the Slay the Spire map. But for now, it's just simple. uh, then we need to select the nodes, so it will be different nodes, right? Different types of nodes. So if I click on event, I can go to event and perform some actions. And once I'm done with that, it's going to unload that event scene and go back to the main scene. And similar to that, yeah, let's also check the merchant. Now there is nothing here, but here you'd be shopping for items. And after you're done with that, so basically these scenes are added additively. So when I'm done with that, it's going to just remove that scene, uh, and we'll be left with the base scene. That would be the main scene, right? Okay. And also, I don't know if I did this in the previous, I mean, day before yesterday or yesterday. Basically, I moved all the player related UI into the gameplay main scene. So it will be, it will make more sense. It will retain the player state from one node to another run throughout the throughout the game session, I guess. Okay, then let's select the battle. And here in the battle scene, it's just going to spawn some enemies. And what did I want to show? Well, stat system, I think you know the stat system, it's working. um, Basically, when I equip it, it's going to update the stats, and when I unequip it, it's going to remove those stats. I think, yeah, I think that was done like day before yesterday, so you should be familiar with that. The next one was the turn manager and damage logic. So the turn manager, right now, I need to create another um, button that says start turn or something, start battle or something like that. But right now I don't have that button, so I'm going to manually change the current state, that is the loadout state. In the loadout state, we will be able to equip and unequip stuff. But then once we start the battle, we shouldn't be able to do that. So once we start the battle, we'll move on to the player turn. And once we have the active skills, we can drag and drop those skills on the enemies and click on end turn to end the turn. But for now, I'm going to select this attack enemies. This is just a debug button. So if I click on this, yeah, let's just click on this, and it's going to damage each enemies. And once that is done, it goes back to enemy turn, and automatically enemies start attacking all the players. So now it's just me, it's just one player. So once we are done with that, it's going to give the state back to the player. So you may have noticed that once again, so you may have noticed that we have a shield working shield system, and also something that looks like shield here, I mean armor. And then behind that we have the hull. Okay, that's the thing. This is similar to where is Slay the Spire reference. I want to show you guys. Yeah, this is similar to the Slay the Spire's shield armor we get. When we have armor, it's going to just turn the HP to blue and have this visual element along with the armor text. So that's what I'm going with for now, and that's what this is doing right now. The player has 10 armor and enemies have 9 armor because it took some damage earlier. And if I click on attack one more time, it's going to reduce the armor to 4 from 9, and player's armor is totally gone. And if I select attack again, it's going to deplete the armors, but unfortunately the player is dead now. Okay, that's the turn manager, right? Now let me show you what the damage system does. Instead of going to the player turn, I'm just going to stay in the like loadout turn and click on this debug button to attack these enemies. So right now I have 5 attack power, right? So if I click on attack, right now we have 2 shields. Maybe we should change the shields. Okay, for now let's just go with this. So we have 2 shields. So if I click on attack enemies, it's going to do 2 shield damage and also just 1 armor damage. But we have 5 attack power, right? So what's going on there? So here we can see that armor absorbed 1 damage and shield absorbed 2 damage, but our actual power was 5. That is because I have 3 types of damage now: kinetic, and energy, and corrosive. So name actually implies what they do, and right now I've set the default damage to just kinetic. So this is connected, like when we click on attack enemies, we are doing the kinetic damage. Kinetic is weak against shields, normal against armor, but super effective, just effective against hull. Okay, keep that in mind. So if I click on attack enemies one more time, this time armor is going to take full damage, that is 5, because kinetic damage is normal effectiveness against the armors, right? So let me try one more time, and this time we took 4 armor damage, and then we are left with just 1 power left, right? 1 damage left over. But when the like super effective kinetic damage, which is 1 remaining, was hit to the hull, it just became times 2, right? So that 1 damage converted into 2 damage, 2 hull damage. So that's what happened there. So again, if I click on this, you'll get the better idea. So right now we still have the attack power 5, but if I click on this, we are receiving 10 damages, right? That is because right now I have set the oh, I did not realize I didn't open the script yet. IDE yet. So right now I have set the effectiveness to be times 2. We can change it later, and the weakness to be 0.5, that is half of our actual damage. We can change this later, but for now, this will give us like more visual difference. Okay, and yeah, that is the complete damage system. We are good with that. Since okay, let me just show you what it does. When we attack the damage, I mean when we try to attack a ship, we are passing the target spaceship, right? And inside this, I created a new class called damage info, which holds the uh, initial damage and remaining damage and all these fields. All right, and we are going to set those fields here before we initiate the damage, and then pass the damage info to the take damage target ships take damage. And inside this, I'm just going to pass that info into first layer is shield, and then second layer is armor, and then the final layer is hull. So since this is a class, since the damage info is a class, it is of reference type. I don't have to return the remaining, after the changes. Whatever change you make inside these fields will carry over when we exit out of those methods. And this is going to be similar in all three stages. First, we are going to check the effectiveness, I mean the multiplier, damage multiplier, and then we have a damage multiplier inside the damage info itself. This will be for things like status effects, like vulnerable status effect or something else. And similarly, we have the damage reduction as well. That will be status effects like fortify, or faction bonus, some synergies, or something like that. Okay, that is the damage system. I'm going to yeah, I've set this as done, and I've made the commits, and then I changed the armor and visuals, obviously, and that's what these commits are for. Yeah, we can just discard this. Okay, what's next? We have yeah, we can move on to the passive skills or maybe active skills. For this, I'm going to open my prototype script and have a look at like what I have done there. It's right here. Okay, so we have tags changed. Okay, so there will be some passive skills that will have stacks. Just realized we are working on active skills. Okay, let's go to the active skills. We have on cooldown change event. Active skill name. Energy cost. Instead of energy cost, I'm thinking of having resource cost, because some skills will require both the energy and the scraps as resources. Maybe I can implement just the energy for now, and once we have the in-game resources like scrap and everything, then we can revisit it. Okay, we'll do that. And then we have base cooldown, and that is because we will have the cooldown as stats. um Display icon, ray, that is just going to indicate like when we drag the skill. Then valid initial target type. Okay, this is going to choose uh, which which is the target. We need this. Maybe. Okay, what I'm thinking right now is when we equip an item, we just spawn a prefab, active skill prefab, and then let's go to our gameplay main, and then um, spawn these skill icons. Okay, and the next step would be to be able to drag and drop those skill icons. Hmm. When we drag it, should I display the damage it does, or just the icon? Oh, yeah. Let's see like what play the spire does. Spire. Um. Okay. Okay. This is self. I mean, this is self skill, right? So it did not really indicate anything. It just happened. And then this is like for all targets. Is it? Can only be played if. Yeah. For all. No, just okay. When he drags it, the card's damage changed right there. So so um hmm. But here we just have the icons, right? So what I'm thinking is when we hover over these icons, we are going to display a tooltip that just gives the description along with the damage and everything. But yeah. Okay. The issue with that is like similar to how League of Legends and all the other MOBA does. I was thinking of actually giving the actual like values, like this equipment, this skill does 10%. I mean, this skill does 20 magic defense, magic damage times so and so total hull or current hull, blah blah blah, whatever, like that. Maybe we can do that for. We can still do that for the equipment, but for the skill slots itself, we can just give the actual numbers. depending on our current stats. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, when we hover over them, we display the normal stuff. But when we drag and hold it on a particular enemy ship, if the enemy has some kind of vulnerable status effects, um, yeah, anything like that, it's going to immediately uh, change the amount of damage or whatever it does. Mm, yeah, let's do that. See, it shows like just 14 damage, normal color, but as soon as it does that, it became green 21. Hmm. And and uh you- why did it do the damage twice? Okay, that is just 6 damage. I mean 9 damage. Yeah, deals 20 damage. So it shows just 20 damage. Okay, there was no damage there. Then the damage happened. Okay, okay, just the effect, I guess. Okay. Um. Right. Um. So. So yeah, let's elaborate what we are gonna do. First, spawn active spawn skill prefab. Okay. Spawn spawn the skill slot. Skill slot. What should we call that? It's skill slot. Okay. Okay. And then drag and drop on targets. Hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's go with these now. First one is to spawn the skill prefab when we equip it and destroy it when we unequip. Let's do that. Uh, so we're going to create a new folder for this. And this should be part of the equipment type, equipment definition. All right. Public class active skill mono behavior, and then I'm going to move it to a separate file and create a list or just one active skill. What should I do? Yeah, we have a lot of slots, so I think having more than one active skill is gonna be a problem. Hmm, let me just make it just one active skill. Prefab. There you go. Okay. And now, yeah, let's go like step by step. I can create a new folder for that. Let's just go with skills and I can drop it there. And yeah, everything should be done. Yeah, let's uh, I keep it's hard to resist doing everything at once. Okay, let's do it step by step. And this will be active skill. Active skill. And we are going to create a prefab out of that. Let's create a new folder for this. Else, create a prefab. And now we can go to the data or config item and go to the weapon 1 and 2 and can I select it from here? No. We have to go to skills, drag and drop is there. Okay, let's save this scene. And when we equip it, that happens in the item interaction controller. When we equip it, we have a separate method for this, right? Yeah, here on successful equipping, we're going to spawn it on the player itself. So player spaceship and then create skill or add skill. Equip skill, create skill, and pass the equip definition dot skill active skill prefab. Okay, because this is part of this scope, we can't do that there. I mean here, so we need to do this inside the if block. All right, and inside the player spaceship, yeah, we don't have to do this inside the base class. We can directly go to the player spaceship and create a new method there, which I'm going to do with a shortcut. There you go. It did that inside the base class. That is because even though I'm calling this spaceship a player's spaceship, we are actually referencing the base class. I see. Okay, no issues. Let's do this here. and then this is the prefab. So we're going to uh, if the active skill prefab is null, no need to throw an error, just return. Let's debug dot log not from diagnostics, it's actually from unit engine. Let's just say no skill prefab assigned, right? And then instantiate a new skill, and we can actually parent this to a separate class, a separate game object. So let's do that. uh, Private transform skill parent or active skill parent. Active skill parent. Okay, and then let's add one more. For now, let's make this one a serialized field, but later it's going to be just a private variable, not starting skill, just active skills, I guess. Active skill. Hey, active skill. And here we can add that. No, just let's parent that. Active skill parent. Okay, and we can add that to the active skill list. And on unequip, we're going to delete that one. Why is it still showing? Oh yeah. I see. So instead of having spaceship, we need to change this to player ship now. Okay, and now when we unequip, yeah, let's just create one more one more method, and inside the method we are going to look for null check and everything. Okay, this time it's going to create this inside the player spaceship. Okay, now we are going to see if the okay, if the active skill prefab is null, we are going to return early. If not, we are going to look for all the active skills we have with with this. No, yeah, this is not right. So we are going to create a new field here, public string skill name. Normally I make that a serialized field. What should I do? And expose that as a private variable for the, well, I do that for everything, even for the scriptable objects, but it takes a lot of time. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Okay, so this is the public field, so we can access this. So we are going to go, we're gonna, but what if we have the same equipment equipped multiple times? Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, let's actually make this a serialized film, and call this skill name. Okay, and then um and then we are going to create private, oh, private um unique id. We can pass the ID, game object instance id. I think that's better way of doing it, right? Mm, hmm. Okay, yeah, instead of all that all that uh, uh, instead of doing all that, we are going to have a dictionary, and we are going to assign each skill to its item. I think that's the better way of doing it. Let me quickly see if that's what I did here in the prototype. So in the active skill, we're calling init. So this should be where we are instantiating it. So player controller. Yeah. Yeah. So inside equip item, we do the modifiers. Then we're going to check if the active skill prefab is not null. And we are passing the equipment item itself. So instead of having a single item, we have different types of item, like different uh, children that implements the same item class as its base. I mean, they are derived from the base item class, but in the newer version, we just have a single item class. Okay, so we are checking if the equipment definition has the active skill prefab, and we are adding the um, panel, like a slot to the ability panel or skill panel, and then we instantiate a new skill prefab. We call the init function, then active skills. Yeah, this is a dictionary. Active skills with that item, and assign that there. And similar to that, we have a list for the passive instead of a single object, single passive. Okay, yeah. And when we remove it, it should be simple enough. When we unequip, we are doing the try get value with this item and remove it, and destroy the game object. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Here, instead of a list, this is going to be a dictionary. So no need to have this as a serialized field now. Dictionary of item, then active skill. So we can call this equipped skills. Equip active skills. Active skills. Yeah. If we have the same base skill for both active and passive, we can just have a single list. Never mind. Too much thinking to do right now. Let's just focus on one step at a time. Okay, here, instead of doing this, we are going to no, we need to create it, right? Active skills. No, equipped active skills. We can do the add new active skill. Oh, this does not take it. Oh, my bad. We also need to pass the item. That's why it's giving us an error. So the item, it should come from the main script. So we are just going to pass this item here. If we are passing the item, no need to pass this as well, right? But we have yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's see. Okay, here we are going to just replace this with this. Now we are going to check. Nah, I don't like that. Let's just add this item as one more parameter, I guess. Then we pass the equip definition. Yeah. Definition dot active skill prefab. Yeah. Or maybe we can just pass the equip definition and we can get it from there. Yep. Equip definition. This will be EQ def. And now we can be like, no, if we are just creating a skill, why do I need the equipment definition? Okay, this will be the last time that I'm changing this. So we are passing the equipment definition dot prefab. Let's not over engineer these things. Let's go like one step at a time. I should maybe keep that I mean the slogan in somewhere like I'm failing to find the words. Docked here somewhere. Okay, so we can just pass the item now, and that should take care of that. Ooh. I think I did it in a different way here. I think I'm doing, yeah, here I'm doing this way. Both should work actually. Do we have try add? Yeah, we have try add as well. So this is the safest option. It's going to see if we already have an item. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, fine. Because each item is different. Even if the item definition is the same. So yeah, this is the safest. So let's just go with that. Yeah. Now I can go to this one, add a new parameter there, and again, we are going to try get value. Yeah, let's go with the equipment, equipped active skills, try get value with this key. And if we get the skill, we are going to destroy that game object and remove that element from that dictionary. Save. Oh, we need to make the changes here as well, which is simply passing the item. Save. Go to Unity. And what was the issue? Ah, yeah, okay. No need for all this now. All right. Let's. We have set up everything. I think we can just start the play mode. What is the null reference here? Go to battle scene. We did not click on anything. Oh, I did click on it. My bad. Okay, so let me close the map. Okay. Now. Oh, we not assign the parent, active skill parent. Let's just assign the same game object for now. And if I equip this, it should create a prefab. And just to be sure, I'm going to name this something else. If I click on this, equip this, it's going to on a different one. And if I swap this, nothing should happen, and that's fine. But if I let's remove the last one. If I remove this, wait, what happens if I do this? Yeah, nothing happens. But if I remove this, that should go away. Perfect. But and let me actually bring it back. I'm going to call this 2. And now if I drag and drop this one, it's going to destroy the old one and create a new one. Great. And we can't see the normal dictionary in the inspector, but it is working. Trust me. Create a new empty game object for the active skills parent. And drag and assign that here. Save the scene. Since this is not being done for base class, enemies should not have a problem when we enter play mode. That is the wrong thing that I did in my previous prototype. Here it was done for the base class itself. So okay. Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, in my in the prototype, the enemies actually act just like the player. They can equip the same items, and they act as. Well, we just give them a brain to do those things, those actions. So it's same as playership, but in the new direction, I just thought of this. I think it's better to just make the enemy ships act have different things instead of having player spaceship stats and stuff like that. That way we can we can do things more creatively. Yeah, we only limit the player by their reactor uh, and everything, and energy and everything, but enemies will act independent of those things. Because one of the major issue I ran into was the UI. For enemies, for player, we have all these things. We can give them like the energy, how much energy I have, and also how much reactor points we're going to have, and all that. But for enemy, if we have to display everything, that's going to be a lot of work and a lot of clutter as well, a lot of cognitive load as well. It's not going to be fun, I guess. I mean, it's kind of fun in a way, but we have multiple targets instead of what FTL does. In FTL, we just have a single target, so it's fine to have the same systems as players. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Mm. I may completely change the uh, completely separate about the spaceship space as well. Not sure. Not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. What did we do just now? We just spawned this, right? Hmm. Spawn skill prefab. Mhm. Mhm. Let me just start from the core scene just to be sure. We go to the battle scene, and when we player ship is in the main scene, so when we equip this, we are going to spawn a new skill, and this happens, and okay, all right, now we can add that here. Spawn and destroy active skill prefabs on equip and unequip. All right, so next we're going to spawn and destroy the skill slots. We don't have a panel yet, so I'm going to create that. Create a panel, then create similar to this. We are going to create the slots as well. Okay, yeah. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Mm. Okay, um, I'm back and let's get started with the slots. We're going to the gameplay main scene and we already have these slots. So, um, we're gonna create a new panel for this first. It's not part of the inventory, so let's do it inside the skills lot. I mean, skills folder. Public class. What is this suggestion? Anti skill. Cooldown remaining. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, skill panel. Should I call it active skill panel? This will be mono behavior. And we're gonna we need one more public class skill skill button. uh yeah, button is better, I guess. Mono behavior, and this is going to be the UI element, so I'm going to name it skill button UI. Create a skill button UI prefab. And then let's add a dictionary, private dictionary that's gonna have active skill as prefab as the key, and then skill button UI as the value, and then on add skill we're gonna check if the skill is null, and if the button already has this, this is kind of redundant for what I'm thinking right now, but if it's redundant, let's remove it. Yeah, we can always add it later once we do something and it causes a bug, right? I don't want to have unnecessary things and get confused. Why is it even there, right? Okay, so the new button is going to get spawned. We can add a different transform for that. Private transform skill button parent. Pass that there, and yeah, we're just going to add that to the dictionary. Okay, all right. Now in the skill button UI, we're going to have the drag and everything, but for now let's just set the set the public no for now I'm going to make this a CRS field, but it will be a private field later. Active. See, why should I do that? Let's just call it let's just make a private field for that. Associated skill. Okay, fine. And then we just initialize with that. All right, And here we can call new button, initialize, and pass the skill. Yeah. Okay. And this is enough. Hmm? I can just move this to its own file and move this to its own file. The streaming is less for this exact reason. If I were to do this offline, I would have over engineered these things like crazy, man. Yeah, all that time wasted for nothing. So this is bottom panel. Still container. I'm gonna make a new empty object, and this is going to cover the entire area. I'm gonna call this man. For now I'm just gonna see again, I'm already overthinking things. This is going to be skill panel. Okay. All right, and okay became okay. All right, and then we need to make this the skill button, and let's rename this skill button UI, and drag and drop this inside this. Gonna delete all these and assign, no, not this, but this one to this one, then assign the same game object as the container. But yeah, one thing I need to make sure is, yeah, what I want to do is on enable, let's clear the existing stuff, and not the dictionary, bro. Let's just do that for each, not item. Copilot, leave me alone. I think that time it was suggesting anyways transform button inside the parent, destroy the button dot game object. So all these like buttons that I have for reference will be deleted as soon as we enter game. Okay, now all that's left is to call that function, call the add skill function from the item interaction. So when we create skill, add skill, create skill button is better. Create skill button. Yep. And similarly, let's have a public void remove skill button, and this is going to check if this has the button, and if so, we're going to destroy it. Why are we doing all these things? I don't even think we need to do the null check for this if we are going to do the if try get blah blah blah, right? We'll see. Anyways, because I think if we pass null for this, it's not going to give us any error. Anyways, we're going to get this, and this can't be null, right? Yeah, it shouldn't be null, but if it is, we are going to get an error, and we are going to fix it. Okay, and here we're going to add a reference skill panel, and on equip I'm gonna call the skill panel dot create button, skill button, and this takes in just the skill prefab, and we pass that there. Okay, now we have an issue here. We don't want to pass the skill prefab, but the instance of this prefab. So maybe instead of creating the prefab inside this, let's create the instance right here. So where new equals instantiate this one, and pass it into this, and here, and also pass it into this. Okay, now we are going to create skill. We are checking if this is null. I think we can remove that. Let it give us error when it's null. It shouldn't be null. That's the point I'm making here. We are going to set that skill prefabs parent manually. This is an instance, so active skill. Okay, let's okay, wait, when did we create this? Okay, nice. So new skill is the active skill now. There you go. And then active skill dot transform dot set parent, this one, and this is the retain world position. Does not really matter where it is located, to be honest. It's just an empty game object, I guess. Okay, creating is fun, fine. Fun. And then here we don't need to pass anything now, do we? Let's delete this, remove that parameter, and remove this one as well. So as long as we have an item for reference, we are going to get the skill from the dictionary, so that is nice and dandy. So let's fix that here. We only need to pass the item, and we are going to get the skill panel, remove skills, the skill button, skill button. And why are we passing? I see. So instead of the active skill, what do we do? Yeah, okay, let's see. So instead of, we are not instantiating the skill from the player spaceship anymore, so it only makes sense that we don't destroy it from there either. So what I'm gonna do is inside the remove skill, I'm going to pass the return the um, what active skill instead of void, and we're going to um, no need to destroy, bro. Just return equipped skills, this like this, and it does not pass the active skill. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is, if we have the skill, let's call equipment equipped active skills dot remove item, and then return skill to remove, and not if not, return null. Okay, and now we get the skill from here, right? So uh, skill to remove will be here, and now I can just pass the skill to remove into that, and now no need to check for null, but we are doing the null check anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, it's going to, yeah. One more thing, we need to destroy this object after doing this, right? So um, yeah, let's just move this into this scope, and now I can just remove this null check entirely. Should we do the same thing here, just so it is like uh, it has this similarity. Let's see. So inside this we are doing the null check, but we can just do the null check right here and skip both of these null checks completely. Yeah, anyways, we are not doing the null check here at all. I'm going to call if the new skill is not null, just select the whole thing and add the parentheses, and we can safely remove this null check from the create skill button. Yeah, since we are doing that, oh, we are okay. Now we definitely have to check if the skill prefab is null. Okay. um yeah, yeah. So if the let's invert this like this. If the prefab is not null, then we instantiate it, and if we instantiating it, it will not be null. Okay, yeah, fine. Save, go to Unity, man. You can see how my brain works from all this circus I'm doing. Yeah, we just need to add this reference, and if we press play and close map, everything is deleted, all the skill buttons. Did I assign? Yeah, we have assigned it. So yeah, let's go. All right, that's one, and two, and then three. Then if I remove this, that's gone. If I swap, it is gone, and it creates a new one. And yep, nothing happens when we swap right there. Okay, and here we can check that this is linked to this one, this is linked to the second one, and this is linked to the third one. I'm going to rename these. Oh, okay, fine, like that. And swaps. Okay, that was a different one. Okay, let's keep swapping. Let's see which one that was assigned to. Yeah, that one. Oh yeah, it's awesome, it's working. Okay, this will be the last one. The last equipped will be the last one. Okay, did I check what happens when I unequip? Okay, now I can save the scene and commit the changes. Spawn skill slots, skill buttons. What was the previous commit? On and destroy active skill buttons. Button on equip. Yeah, buttons on equip and unequip. And is this a final part? Maybe. We can never tell. So now we are going to implement the dragging and dropping. Okay, so for this we are going to the skill button UI, add on it needs everything that the normal slots need except for the long hold. So let's have a look at that. Base slot, on pointer, enter, exit, so we can display the man, my brain kind of blanks out sometimes. The simplest things, display the tooltip. Yeah, okay, and then on pointer down, we don't really need that. Yeah, we can skip that. We just need on pointer begin and begin drag, on drag, on end drag. No need for the on drop either. So these 5, I pointer enter, I pointer exit, and then I begin drag handler, I drag, yeah, this is enough. Let's implement all the members one by one. Okay. Now on, let's implement on enter and on exit. All you need to do is the skill should not be null, so I'm not going to check the is null. Associate skill. Ah, no, wait. It just needs to show the tooltip. So let me do exactly that. Log show tooltip for skill. Yeah, not bad. Name and so skill name or display name. Active skill dot display name sounds better than active skill dot skill name, or maybe active skill dot name also sounds better, but yeah. Okay, active skill dot display name. On point of exit, I'm going to hide tooltip. I just hide tooltip, no need to specify which one, but we'll do it anyways. Then on begin drag, should we work with the line render? We should maybe, but I need to research, man. Like I need the curve, like the like the Slay the Spire. I have some ideas, but there should be a easier way of doing it. So now I'm just going to display a line render. Maybe we can have a single line renderer instead of like each skill having a different one. Yeah. Yeah. In Slay the Spire, when we drag the multi-target skill, it still shows just a single arrow, right? Yeah, if a popular game does it, why not? Why should I over-engineer it? I'm going to do just that. Debug.log begin drag skill. Yeah. For now, I'm just that. Yeah, since yeah. Okay, this is the first part, so let's see what it does. Go to play, close the map, equip. Okay, we can see that, but the skill is we did not name it. Let's do that quickly. This is a test skill. Skill. Let's, since we're doing this, let's create 2 of those. And then add different prefab for different weapon. We also need to change this to skill 2. Okay, let's press play and close map. Equip skill 1. It says skill 1. Nice. And this is going to be skill 2. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we can see that we are dragging and ending drag. And if we drag it out of the scene, it will still show what happens when we end drag. Okay, that is going I mean, the end drag won't happen if the device is mobile device, but technically you can't pull your finger away from your screen, right? Okay, so I can make a commit. This is solid until this point. It is solid, so I can make this as a commit. What was the original thing? Drag and drop on targets, but we've just implemented drag and drop. IMPL implement skill button drag and drop logic. Logic. And now we need to create a target. Temporarily I'm going to bring the enemy spaceship. Where did our prefabs go? I'm going to bring the first enemy. Okay, and let's work on dropping the skill on this enemy. So when I end drag, it should say which enemy we have. We have dropped the item onto. Now we can make use of the raycast, because this is character class, I mean spaceship class. We can make use of raycast. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to save the scene, go to the buttons one more time, and on drag I can remove this debug log. It's going to spam the logs. Instead we are going to use the raycast to locate potential drop targets. For now, look for spaceship class .cs. Okay, now bro, Copilot, do your thing. This is not the thing I want you to do. Come on, you can do it. Oh man. Okay, why okay. So we create array. So we are taking a lot of results. Okay, let's see. Just gonna remove this. And add the using statement. Then use the event systems orient raycast all, and then for each result we are gonna, if result dot, can't we get component from that? No. Weird. What are these though? This raycast results, I see. It's what's inside this. I see. So we need to get the game object from that. What else is in there? Distance. Nice. So we can make use of this to draw our line render as well. Okay, so we can go with, if the if game object, I get component, what was it they're looking for? Out spaceship. Yeah. Yeah. This is similar to looking for the card inside the Slay the Spire, right? So if we get the spaceship, what are we gonna do? We can display the spaceship name. Yeah. Dragging over spaceship, blah blah blah. Okay. Now I can say this. Now the enemy spaceship must have some kind of collider. We are using 3D, right? This is 3D, or does it work on 2D as well? Let's try. So I'm going to create going to add a box collider 2D, which is super small. You can drag it. Okay. Press play. Close map. Drag, nothing happens. When I enter, nothing happens. So I'm going to change this collider to box collider 3D. And I just want this to expand in this direction. And if I look at the 3D, it is on top of the canvas, right? At 0, 0, 0. I mean 0 for what? Okay, never mind. So it's at the pivot of the main game object, which is fine. We can actually add a new script or maybe layer and have this game object itself be the target. But for now, we are still just testing how these things work. So let's try with this. Oh, nothing is happening. Okay, maybe because we're using the event, it is only looking for things that is in the UI. Yeah, let's test that theory as well. I'm going to create an image. Move the, where are you, bro? Move the But it made a new canvas? Why? Oh, in that case, okay, okay, I just got an idea. Um, UI image. Okay, there you go. I'm going to assign the spaceship to this one. Going to throw a bunch of errors. Just one. Okay. Yay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. So, we already have a UI panel for this, so we can make use of that. Hmm. Okay, one second, one second. Okay, discard all the changes I made to this and take a quick break and be right back. Back. Okay. Uh, so I thought about it for a second. We already have a canvas for this, right? So we can just add a script for this called kill target, and then that can reference the enemy. Yep, that makes sense. So I'm going to do exactly that. Unfortunately, I can't rely on my prototype because in my prototype I used orthographic camera, and I did these things a little differently. So I don't think it's worth checking out what I did there. Yeah, I'm gonna call a public class um, skill target. Should I say active skill target? Maybe active skill target. And then we can reference the spaceship. Yeah. Since the spaceship has the enum, where is the enum? Unit type. Yeah, this unit type. We can make use of that to check what type of unit it is. Okay, so once we have the target ship, let's expose it. Public spaceship target set. Active skill target spaceship. Okay, fine. And here, instead of this, we're going to look for this and skill target. And let's see if the copilot does anything. It's checking if the skill target has a target ship. If not, it's going to debug log this. I mean, if it's not null. Yeah, fine. Fine. This looks good. I can remove this comment now. Move this to its own own file. So all these are under skills. I should make this active skill button. No, it can't stay as it is. Once we have the passive skill, we can refactor those things later. One second. One second, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Um, we created a new class already. So let's actually create a new image and have it occupy only the canvas size. Reduce the opacity to 0 and attach our active skill target. We can just manually drag and drop the image, like a spaceship like that, and press play. Close the map, equip, and boom, 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 boom. Nice. Okay, nice. So all that is left for us to do is where's the camera? The camera is right there, and we need to draw a curved target visual, a curved line render, right? Yeah, this point. So before we do the curved thing, let's actually implement just a line render, straight line render, and see how it works. Let's rename this to active skill target, and it should be at the bottom so it's drawn over everything else. And we can change apply these changes to the enemy prefabs. Oh, my bad. I should have done these things inside the base enemy spaceship. Can I undo this? We can. Okay. Let's do the same thing, but for this one. What is the difference between this and this? That's the difference, huh? There you go. Okay, so active skill prefab, but it's still referencing that one. We can just drag and drop that, and now apply changes, and voila. And if I bring other enemies, they should also have everything set. Awesome. Okay, now let me check one last time. So when we drag here, nothing happens, but as soon as we enter this spot, it's going to go crazy. Okay, great. Okay, let's save the scene. We can remove this later. 1 second. Okay, where are we? So we need to create a raycast. I mean, line render that goes from this spot to that spot. So first of all, first of all, no, hang on. Should the raycast go from here to here? If that's the case, then it's simple, right? It just goes from there to there. But there won't be any watch. What do you call that? Perspective views. It's kind of like orthographic again. Just a simple line. But we can imitate it. I think, yeah. See, let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay. This is actually quite simple. It just, so it basically uh dude, chill. So fast, man. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, simple shader, line renderer, and it's not really a line renderer, is it? It comes like this, yeah. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. So I'm going to add GPT. ChatGPT can help, sure. I wanna create the, oh, let me let me hide this. I wanna create the, what do we call this? Slay the spire's arrow, and we target enemy. I'm using Unity. How should I go about this? Line. Yeah. Okay. Bezier curve. Okay. So we are creating a bunch of sprites. Fine. Yeah, it's a bunch of sprites. Shouldn't we use renders for this? Alternative approach, line render, custom shader. Yeah, fast but less control over per segment graphic. Oh, is it? I see. UI fast but super quick. Yeah, okay, we'll try with the sprites. All right, so where should we do that? So for now I'm going to instantiate and destroy. Yeah, so now I'm going to do that. Later I can pull it. No, let's go with this, line renderer. Line renderer. Anchor. Like that. Yes. Defeat. Yeah, I mean we can calculate that. Yeah, I think this is the best one, best option, to be honest. What about repeating segment, fixed price option, texture, line render? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go with texture. So we need this, huh? Um, Curved arrow. Let's call this curved arrow. I'm just gonna just copy this and create a new class and move this to its own file. I'm going to reference that right here. Curved arrow. All this curved arrow. It's not a. I'm not gonna like reinstantiate everything. Just 1 minute. Yeah. All right. Curved arrow. And on awake. Start position, in position, or public. I see. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Uh, so inside begin drag, I'm gonna call curved arrow dot, yeah, set it to true. Then curved arrow dot starting point or position to. Would this work? I mean, it will work because the canvas is a camera, screen space camera mode. Yeah, it will work. Then here we're gonna no need to point this. We are going to, yeah, we're going to, no, hang on. Yeah, if this is not true, if we don't have this, I mean, if we have this, we're going to set it to the like center, like, yeah, like this. If not, else, no, not here, here. Else, set the point to the mouse position. Yeah. Camera. Um, this is not true. Let's go with 0. Then set the endpoint to. Okay, I see. Hang on. Camera. We don't have a camera. Camera main dot transform dot position dot c. I think we need to make this absolute, or we can call the main plane near clip plane. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. So we need to do two things now. Create a line prefab. Hmm. Let's go to the skill prefab folder. Create a empty game object. No. Create a line. Oh, where is it? Effects. Line prefab. And what was the name that we gave it? Curved arrow. And we'll call this curved arrow, and create a two empty um, starting point, start point, end point, and this will be end point, and boom, boom, and let me test this out. When I enter play mode and drag this, nothing happens. Reset. Let's play. Oh, hang on. So we have a line render, right? We need to add two positions. Where is it? What the? Quick. Oh, too small maybe. Ah, okay. 1 second. I have a DM. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, something came up. I am doing my day job as well, as well as streaming. Uh, yep. Uh, was I? So yeah, this right. So instead of stretching, repeat per segment does not work. Where is the stretching? I mean, is it because of this? Okay. Close. Okay, it is working. Hmm. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Let's make a prefab out of this curved arrow. Delete this, and then kill button there. Play. I don't know if this is working. Yeah. All right. Maybe increase the thickness. Oh, 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 no. Hang on. So we're not instantiating it. We are just enabling it, right? So let's just add it there. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Let's instantiate it. So on begin drag, sort of setting it active, we are going to instantiate it. Arrow gonna be prefab. No, I'm gonna make this private field, and then create a private arrow prefab, and here I'm going to instantiate it, and then on end drag, then let's try it. Press play. Close map. Check web. Ooh. Oh yeah, we changed the name. And okay. So where is this spawning exactly? We are spawning that inside the UI, which is not something you should do. I think, at least. Hmm. Okay. Let's press play. Oh, no, no. Before that, I'm gonna go here and curve strength. Let's just make this crazy high, 100, and also make this 100. Oh, not 1000. And press play. I think that depends like how many points we are going to get. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. That. What is that? Okay, let's reduce the curve strength to back to 3. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Oh, thing, bro. Ah, okay. It's been like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to end the stream and figure this out later. I'm going to, I need to finish up some work related to day job. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm talking to myself.